Choose a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player one has the life lead. Okay, both fighters are taking a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Both sides looking for an opening. Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? Uh-oh, falls short. Trips him up. Holds out with the block. What are they thinking here? This is where things will get interesting as the damage heats it up with a combo into super. The jump-in is denied. Knockdown. KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Throw connects and does big damage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player one chases him down. Scrapping it out up close. Hits him with a stopping bomb. The life remaining tells us we're halfway. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Going in? Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Burnout activates. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Rushes that off and keeps going. Are we gonna see a Shinku Hadouken in attack range? Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Super Art to show them what a PhD in fighting flatlines are. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Drive and back misses. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Player two close out the last round with a super. They spent that cash, but will it come back to bite them? Knockdown and tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Okay, here we go. Connects with the throw. Definitely stays out of range. What are they gonna do? Pumps the brakes on the impact. Knocks them out of the air. Turn out, but they may have a plan here. Chucks the fireball to continue their hold over their zone. Sets up with the jump in. Amazing! There's a drive impact. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Just go for it. They are not getting close to each other. The pressure building now. The Psycho Cannon is out. Sawed off. Throws. I can't believe it. The next touch may decide this round. The drive impact doesn't work. They gotta find something to work with here. Who are they swinging at? Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done. Player one was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, what a smart blow. There's an overdrive shorty. Jumps up, scrapping it out up close. Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. What are they thinking here? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Gets the jump in. All right, what's coming up next? Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Taking stock. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so The super armor does its job. In a dire situation, heats it up with a combo into super. Feeling out the spacing, intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
The drive impact is denied. Shoots off a fireball up close. Throws him. What's next? Combo with the target combo. They were right to be on guard there. Knockdown and player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Scrapping it out up close. Jumps, going in. Manages to block the jump in attack. Have they noticed the drive gauge gap? Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Near empty drive throws them. Both fighters planning, gotta do better than that. Gotta be careful experiencing burnout. Player one will stun. They gotta get in there. Gets the corner. No! Critical art now. Player one can't use any drive through. Gotta play it safe. What's that? A fireball at that range? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to drops that off. Anti-air drops, wrecks them. Player two won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. It'll be interesting to see how they decide to fill up their super art gauges. Gets them with a Euro step. Looking for a chance. Hit reversal. Drive impact misses. Gets the combo. Excellent block. Nice fireball. Oh, could be the start of something. Looking for a hole. Somehow manages to block. Drops that off. Put the exclamation. Charges up the plasma. Oh, here we go. Player one flipping the script with a turnaround super. Jump. Taps him on the dome. Player one can't use drive anymore. What are they gonna do? Player two needs to take advantage of this. Is gonna hurt. Amazing! Slams on the brakes and shuts out the breaks through with the throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Let us begin. Round 1.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Gets a good read on their opponent. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Goes for the fireball. Who's gonna make a move? A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Good anti-air. Knockdown. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. This is a gigantic life lead. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Shinku Hadouken! Using the super can open up huge chances for you. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player two chases, hits them with a stop and bot. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Gets the jump in. Jumps in. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. He charges forward. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Knockdown and impact squash. Throws a fireball. They're taking a step back to slow down. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Notice it corrects them. Spends the meter. Off for the critical art. This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. Big gauge difference.
Something nasty's coming with the Psycho Cannon.
Drops hard. Both top flatlines them. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Ooh. This is gonna be bad news. Sticks the combo. Decides to go in with the target combo. Player 2 has the life lead. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Knockdown. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Bops him with a target combo. Takes a trip. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? All right, what's coming up next? Next hit will end the round. Very solid corner switch. Reads their mind and techs the throw. Life lead opens up. Stops the attack by you, intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 1 got smothered that round. They'll need to shake it off and show some more adaptation. Can't tech the throw? Looking for a chance. Player 1 can build off this lead. Just out of range for that throw. Going in. They return to center stage. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Uses the target combo with a filler. Both fighters planning something? Blocks the impact. Midway through the round, expect to see our fighters settle into their groove. Jump? Not much life difference. Hits him with a stop and block. Looking to impress with this super. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 2 will need to use their meter here wisely. This unleashes some big damage. They push their way out of the corner. Finds the target. Dangerous range here. How did they anticipate that jump in? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Who will come out on top in this final round? Oh, what's this? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Peppers them with a Psycho Blitz. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning. Gets drilled with an overdrive Shoryuken. Player 2 needs to take advantage. Anti-air in the clutch. They are not getting close to each other. Okay, here we go. Knocked them out of the air. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Impact counter! Oh, that's so sick. Gives the rib cage, turning it right up with a super. That combo finishes it. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. A parry? Nice parry. Holds out with the block. Goes for the drive rush there. Knockdown. Still slugging it out here. Throws out a projectile. plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? The impact gets blocked. Feeling out the spacing. From up above. Solid combo. The jump-in is denied. Throws him to negate the block. Life lead opens up. Takes a trip. Where is their opening? Burnout activates. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checks them with the projectile. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player 2 chases them down. Taking stock. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Jump. Jumps in. Goes for the fire. Hits them with a stop and block. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Uses the gauge for a super up.
Oh man, better look away because when Ed's trading in the chamber, they can get very ugly.
They're thinking of scoring big off this cake. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Dangerous range here. Okay. Oh, what's this? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Noticeable life lead is a KO. Player 2 brings it home.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Let us begin.
Hope you'll put up a fight!
Round 1. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Goes for the fireball. We are still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Still slugging it out here. Goes for the throw. What's the play here? The super armor does its job. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Knockdown. That drive impact is blocked. Got their eye on the air. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Trying to read each other here? In a dire situation. They can't afford any mistakes. This is gonna be bad news. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. A fairy? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Does a good job of pushing back. Hits them with a stop and block. That's a counter. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player uses the gauge for a super up. Super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Controls the distance with a smart new rush back. The drive impact is denied. Goes for the jump in. Both fighters are raring to go. Player 1, impact squat. my God, they just choked it up! There's a burnout! Player 2!
If nothing stops this train,
Yes, sir! More damage, please! Ooh, what a smart blow! Raw super hard incoming! What were they thinking?
more fuel to the fire!
Cook them up! Burns out! Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out, but the fire's still blazing! The pace quickens after solid anti-air! What's next?
Nothing stops this train!
Yes, sir! More damage, please! What now? Gets the counter hit and the win! Player 2
Really had to fight for that one!
no shortage of drama. Starts things off with a jump in, pumps the brakes on the impact. Throws a fireball. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Player 1 has the life lead. What are they thinking here? They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Trying to read each other here? Parries the projectile. Tries to bait him with the projectile. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Look at the damage they can pump out with the combo. Things are heating up. Neither fighter can add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. That drive impact doesn't get through. Knockdown. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Holds out with the block. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Pokes with a medium kick. Fireball from very long range. What's next? Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. One chance here may end this match. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Oh, says no to the impact. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning out. Fires off the steam there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Kill switch?
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Throws them. What's next? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Side switch in the corner. Looking for a chance. Hits them with a stop and pop. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Uses the gauge for a super arc. They dead off this super? It's too close to call. The super arc doesn't kill. They gotta focus to finish this off. Their will to withdraw flawlessly. They got him so quick. This is a back and forth fight. Tensions are definitely high. Opts to create space to start. Looks like they want to put in brushes that off and keep going. This is gonna be bad news. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive arc. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Oh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Give the ribcage some TF. This is gonna hurt. Scrambling, would a super art do anything? What were they thinking? No! Critical art now? They are in a real bad situation. There's a burnout. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player, ooh, what a smart blow. Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. Oh, you're grounded. Player 2 is gonna be watching.
Here comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round 1.
we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Who's it gonna be? Had the radar up and running. Solid throw tech. Fireball from very long range. What's next? Who's going to break the silence first? Okay, both fighters are taking a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Throws out a projectile, feeling out the spacing. Jumps up.
This is my chance.
And the throw ends the round. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Hustles in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with some hit them with a stop and bomb. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. What's the next move? Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. So, what's next? Time to reassess the situation. Brushes that off and keeps going. Very difficult to use. Uses the gauge for a super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Anti-air in the clutch. Connects with the throw. Player 1 needs to use their SA gauge. All the throw connects. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. One chance here may end this match. Who will set the bait at the corner you jumping in for? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Oh, could be the start of something. Quick breather. Ooh, what a smart throw. Big throw. Wow, sat and waited for this opening.
Hit that with confidence.
Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Shakes things up with a fireball.
Impact counter. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Both
Pressure building now that Psycho Cannon is out.
knew the throw was coming. Both fighters desperately want meter here. Finds the target. Nice fireball. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. They've got about half life left. Player 2 burn out, but they may have a plan here.
Taps them on the toe.
Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Gets the perfect fireball rhythm. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Who will set the bait at this range? Noticeable life lead is a this unleashes some big damage. This is gonna hurt. Ugh, they're just gonna go for it with it is over. Player 1 clinches the win, but that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Throws him. Breaks the block with a throw. From up above. Goes for the drive rush there. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO? Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a box. Oh! who will gain control of the match in the early going.
Hit them with a 1-2-3. Hit them with a stop and pop.
Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble?
Just goes for it at this range. Spends the gauge to get some crispy damage with a Psycho Storm. Clean hit with the Psycho Storm.
Uses their drive to maximize their damage.
Knocks them out of the air.
They were not cleared for takeoff.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first.
Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball.
Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Smart play with the throw.
Very. Sets up with the jump in. Excellent block.
They're in range.
We gonna see a jump in? A dash?
So, what's next? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. They both have full drive gauges to work with.
Jump knocks them out of the air. Shoots their shot. Taps them on the toe. Super to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Slices the gastrointestinal. Ryu putting that MD and whooping ass to work. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage.
Okay, here we go.
They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash?
Tries to act quickly, but with the attack.
Hits that with confidence. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Down the full hit for the cycle hit. Didn't anyone tell you? And on the deep tenderize. Ugh, take a seat.
Excellent block. Rules at the bait at the range. Close range projectile.
Neither fighter is showing any signs of backing down. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? What's this Chiku Hano gonna do? I can't believe it! That was a magical shot! Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage!
a new challenger.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Throws him down. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Backs them into the corner. Next up, player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Combo with the target combo. Player one is maintaining the corner. Were they baiting them into that? In there! Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Hits them with a stop and pop. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Can they keep on him? Player one has a slight life lead. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. What'll happen here? Throws a fireball. Oh, could be the start of something. A quick breather. Hits them with a stop and pop. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Air money don't make no money. Making all for a Shinryu Rippa.
Bet that hurt.
Wow, that's some big time. Burnout activates. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. Are they going to be able to... This is gonna closes it out! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blowout here? Jump, brushes that off and keeps going. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player one with the life lead. Goes for the throw. All right. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? So it looks like our fighters are taking a breather. Overdrive. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player one brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Player two has the meter lead.
Not good enough.
Grabs him. All right, what's coming up next? Player K, Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
Goes for it all, but just misses. Left off a projectile to waste time. Player one did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Nice counter. Taking stock. Hits them with a stop and pop. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Time to reassess the situation. Goes to the overdrive. Could be the start of something. Holds out with the block. So, what's next? Their drive gauges are looking bare. Expect both fighters to crank it up a bit now that we're halfway through the round. Midway point of the round. Time to get... burnout triggered. Player two will... just goes for it at this range. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see.
Rip-off!
Bet that hurt.
Wow, that's some big-time damage there.
Joe brushes that off and keeps going. And it's burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change.
We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters have burned out. Okay, here we go. Player one, oh my god, what a throw tech! Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do, this is critical!
They're stunned and they may not have enough life left to flatline zone.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. And he
What's that off?
Shinku Hadouken! And it is on! Player two won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. And whiff! They're wide open! Player two has the super gate, there's the burnout! Both sides, oh my god, they just choked it up! Player two,
Nothing stops this train.
what's this Shinku Hado gonna do? What's next? Who will set the bait at this range? They're using a fireball to force a reaction! A jump? Drives and back misses! Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? They gotta go! And whiffs! They're wide open! A fireball at that range?
That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in the fight.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Good anti-air. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. What are we thinking here? Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. That's the jump in they were looking for. In a dire situation, they can't afford any. Heats it up with a combo into super. Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. KO. Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Combo with the target combo. Hit them with the 1-2-3. Brushes off the impact. Gets them with the anti-air. Hits them with a stop and pop. Player two can't use this.
Shin Hashogaki is gonna steal.
A quick breather. Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Okay, creating some space here.
This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent.
Big stage blow. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Whoa, let's go. Hits them with a stop and pop. Jump. The throw missed. The drive impact doesn't work. Experiencing burnout. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player one can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. They back down to regroup. This means a fireball at that range? We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Close range projectile. Jumps in. Jumps up. The throw missed. Still plenty of time left. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's the... Ooh! Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Hits them with a 1-2-3. Clutch anti-air. Blocks it. Any throw will whiff at that range. Player 2 can build off this lead. Connects with the throw. What are they gonna do? Okay, here we go. Nice fireball. Doing some quick planning? The pace of the round, excellent block. I assume the pleasantries are just about over. What now? Midway, the drive impact doesn't work. This can lead to some big damage. Turning it right up with the super. This might be a pivotal super art. Wow, Saturn waited for this opening. Punish counter on reaction. They're hurt big time. Closes it out. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Throws a fireball. That drive impact doesn't get through. Still very early in the round. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Goes for the throw. Trips him up. Throw whip. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. The jump in catches him. Strings it all together. Checks him with the projectile. The jump in is denied. Down to the wire. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Sees it coming and blocks it out. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Reads their mind and texts a throw. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. Holds out with the block. So they break down to the wire. This is gonna be bad news. Peppers them with the punch. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Wow, that's some big time damage there. What'll happen here? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Big, oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player 1 will need to use their meter here wisely. Finishes with the throw. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player one is just about out of drive after that. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player one has not been shy about using their drive gauge. Reads their mind and texts a throw. Shoots off a fireball up close. Oh! Life lead opens up. And the throw ends the round. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Pokes with the medium kick. Drive rush to keep it going. Air slasher. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Oh, what's this? Hook baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player 4, burnout triggered. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Burnout activates. A super art? Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
What's wrong? Get up.
Looking for a chance. Close range projectile. Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Player one can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Neither fighter is showing any signs of backing down. Oh my, the throw tag. And it finds the target. Flatlines them. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Nice air slasher. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Machine gun uppercut. Player one has a slight life lead. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong. This can lead to some big damage. Look, drive rush. Nothing stops this train. Yes, sir. More charges up the platform. What now? Player one needs to take advantage of this gauge display. Props him hard. Keeps him out. All in with a rush. Genius read with that throw escape. Catches them out. Sets up with the jump in. How did they read that throw? There's a burnout. Noticeable life lead is that the drive impact doesn't work. Player one with the rhythm impact squashed. Jumps. Throws them. Amazing. Looking for a hole. Anticipated that throw. Player one can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Turns out they don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Oh, they are done. Player one delivers the upset. That's one for the replays. Pokes with a medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Hits them with a stopping bomb. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Tagging on a super art here to turn up the heat. How's this going to shake out? Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Blocks the jump in. Very solid corner switch. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Checks with the projectile. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player two needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Heats it up with a combo into super. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? That drive impact is blocked. All right, what's coming up next?
Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to take in there!
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Whiffs the throw. Jumps in. What's the next move? Throws a fireball. Springs forward with a drive rush. Both fighters hits him with a stop and pop. Player 1 experiencing burnout. Blocks the impact. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Checks with a medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Genius read. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive returns. The life drive rush to keep it going. The throw is tech. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. But hits him with a stop and pop. The rapid fire fist sends him up. Life lead is broken while critical. What's gonna happen? Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Anticipated that throw. Player 2 closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Checks with a medium kick. Oh, feints? That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Player 1, genius read with that throw escape. Wrecks them. Forward rush. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. A jump. Links it. Dazzles them with a flurry. Player pumps the brakes on the impact. Shakes things up with a fireball. Okay, nobody blink. What are they gonna do? Sticks out a kick. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage.
This is my chance.
Ooh, what a smart throw. Drive rush.
Fires off an air slasher!
Throws him. Okay, he crowns him from above. The next
All in with a rush! They are done!
player 1 delivers the upset.
That's one for the replays.
Opens with the fire.
Drops that off!
Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive. Let's off a projectile to waste time. Feeling out the spacing. Okay, creating some space here. Both sides looking for an opening. Go air to air to deny them a chance. Oh! Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Takes the chance to hurt him. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Very solid corner stretch. Knockdown, KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Holds out with the block. Down to the wire. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Oh, burnout triggered.
It's a good spot to use the super. Hits it all on the full meter. You know what that means? It's time for the weekend.
Jumps in. Side switch in the corner. Player 1 springs forward with the drive rush. Risky up-close scrap still going. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they drive rush to keep it going?
Hits them with a stop and pop. They can't squander this punish counter chance.
We have super Arthur. Genius read with that throw escape. What'll happen here? Blocks it. Connects with the throw. Can they create an opportunity? Oh my, the throw tech. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Springs forward with the drive rush.
Taps them on the dome. Dashes out the gate right there.
Hey!
A single hit will do it. Both of them back off. Oh, kisses the fireball. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Oh, feints? Brushes off the impact. No good up high. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Starts with a jump in. Ooh, what's this? Player one is just about out of drive out now. Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? Takes a trip. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Gets the jump in. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. The jump in is denied. Nails the anti-air. Oh, easy tag. Player one in trouble with no drive. Experiencing burnout. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike. Springs forward with the drive rush. Dashes forward. Taking stock. Drive rush to keep it going. Player two can't afford mistakes without that drive in there. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checking their reactions with a fireball. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Player one did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Knockdown and dashes forward. Breaks the block with a throw. Still slugging it out at this range. Drive rush to keep it going. Throw is denied. What a read! Throws him. Player one is barely hanging all in with a rush. Catches out the cage right there.
Hey!
Still alive? Still alive?
Uh-oh! Good night!
Hanging by a thread. Just needs one final push. Changes the pace with the fire. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This is it. Who's gonna take it off? Clutch, anti-air. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. What'll happen here? Drive impact misses. Gotta do better than that. Player two is in a pretty good situation with a pumps the brakes on the impact. Medium kick hits. Back into the clip. This is gonna hurt. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Punish counter on reaction. All in with the rush. Player one with the rhythm. Closes it out. Player one faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win. They're still at it. No one's willing to step away from a rematch. Hits them with a stopping bomb.
Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Knockdown. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. All right, what's coming up next? Checks him with the projectile. Player two is working with a less than oh! Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Brushes that off and keeps going. Decides to spend the meter to add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. How's this round going to develop?
Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Running up a beatdown.
Oh, burnout triggered. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Shows the medium kick. Jumps. Smart play with the throw. A quick breather. Good awareness on the cross. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Oh, says no to the impact. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. What'll happen here? The drive impact doesn't work. Excellent block. Blocks it. Any throw will win. This is gonna be bad news. Player one
Dashes out the cage right there. Will this be enough to kill? What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Starts things off with a jump in. Dazzles them with a flurry. Excellent block. Attempts to set up with the jump in. Oh my, the throw tech. This may turn into a big chance. This could lead to some big damage. Genius read with that throw escape. Oh, here we go. Pumps the brakes on the impact. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Okay, here we go. The drive impact doesn't work. What are they gonna do? Throw is denied. What a read. Breaks it. Machine gun up, betting it all on the drive rush. Excellent block. Drive rush. There's an overdrive impact. Squashed. Going in. Oh, they switch sides. Gotta do better than that. The jump in is knew the throw was coming. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Genius read with that throw escape. They're taking a step back, finds the target. A rare chance here. They gotta do something. Player one is in. They are done. Player one made all the right moves.
Here comes a new challenger.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Showtime, baby.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Goes for the throw. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Opts for the throw. Player one is just about out of drive after that. All right, what's coming up next? Player one is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Sticks the combo. The drive impact doesn't get them the punish counter, but it's still good. Life lead opens up. Takeout! So they break the kick hits! Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Hold your breath. Oh, burnout triggered! That combo did decent damage. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. They back the opponent into the corners. Now to apply the pressure. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Drive usage is back on the table. Jumps in. Hits the back throw to get the side switch. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Hits them with a stop and pop. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Oh, burnout triggered. Long critical. What's gonna happen? Both fighters looking to impress with this super. Closing it out with a super hard finish. Nice and clean. Taking no prisoners. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Online ranked match.
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Good anti-air. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Player 2 has the life lead. Hold your breath. Gets a good read on their opponent. Deal some damage with that quick combo. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Trying to figure out who will make the first move here. Decides to meet them in the air. The jump-in is denied. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 2 chases them down. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Had the radar up and running. Taking stock. In there! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with. Hit them with a stop and bounce. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. You picked a good spot to use.